Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, this is our ongoing meditation session. So be comfortable yourself and relax your body. And once we connect with our other students, we're ready to start the session for today. Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. And keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. So if you can't hear the sound, just relax yourself and focus to the silence around you. Do nothing extra. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, before we start our practice session, let's take few minutes to build a foundation with the clear understanding regarding this practice. Because it is very important that you get a very clear understanding regarding the meditation technique and how to practice it before you go into practice. Because your practicing itself is the development of the journey. So most of time we set up goals and we have an idea, we have an intention to achieve to something. Even in the very conventional level, peace, happiness, success, satisfaction, comfort, security. So in this way, this kind of mundane level, this ordinary conventional level of satisfaction, sometimes we have that ideas and then we put it as an object to achieve to it. We think it is somewhere, then we're going to achieve to it. So once you set up it as an object or it as a goal, sometimes you forget the path, the walker, the seeker itself and its responsibility. So then when it comes to practicing meditation means you are the seeker. So then you have to be the seeker. Seeker itself develop the path step by step, step by step. Otherwise, sometimes we have an idea regarding something, we keep that idea and we do something else, we never going to get there. So even though we have the idea about liberation or the Nibbana or the enlightenment or the freedom or the finding the ultimate truth in the highest level, even in the conventional level, looking for happiness, satisfaction, peace, comfort, security. So nothing wrong that you have it, but still you have to remember it is very important in this very moment that what you do, how you take the step towards it. Can you work with this very moment and adjust yourself rather than thinking about always the final destination? This is one of the major mistakes we do even in our day-to-day life. With most of things in our life that sometimes, because when the desire to achieve to the final destination becomes stronger, what happens? You become disappointed. Because you have the desire, but you forget that in the very moment that application going to fulfill that desire, and then that your application not going to work, you hold into the desire or the dream, the final goal, and then you don't do anything. So then how are you going to get anything? So that's why keep the seeker attitude, build up the seeker lifestyle. You are the seeker. So you are the one who make the path as the path, or you are the one who make the path clear. You are the one who make the, you are the one who bring the meaning to the path. So even though path itself is there, if you don't walk through it, it's not going to be a path. So then always remember, keep the seeker's attitude while you practice. So that's why the knowledge is important, basically. Because when it comes to that knowledge, it's a kind of like it give the confidence to you, so that through the knowledge you bring the experience. So why this knowledge and experience is very important? Because we're going to experience the failure on the way. That is the very nature. So if you believe or not, if you understand or not, if you know or not, remember this entire universe always breaking to parts. This entire universe, 24/7, through these all 12 months, 31st night to the next year, 31st night, that it's breaking to parts. And in that process, the most of time, it is not only the outside world breaking to parts, even this our entire inside also breaking to parts. And even it is just not only material or physical, even our ideas, hopes, dreams, knowledge, that also breaking to parts. So then sometimes when it breaking to parts, you take it as a failure. So then remember, through the practice, that is what you experience, these breaking parts. Through the tranquility state, you tranquilize, calm down, settle down. And then through the vipassana, this is what you experience. From each and every angle, when you observe things very carefully, thoroughly, deeply. And another meaning for the vipassana today I'm going to add, observing very closely without becoming a part of it. Oh, that's also a vipassana. Remember that. Observing your own experience very closely, becoming part of it. So then when you observe that, what you're going to experience, then you can see how this world breaking to parts. In a conventional level, as ordinary people, we misunderstand this. Why we misunderstand it? Because we used to follow the patterns. We used to follow the habits. And as a result of that, we have the preconditioned mind. So we already set up plans and we have a format to follow. We have a structure in our mind. So then we believe this everything should follow that pattern. When the things go out of patterns, so when the things start to go out of balance, when the things go out of the structure, when the things happen out of our habitual patterns, we take it as a failure. But when you come to practice meditation, what happens? Now you have undisturbed mind developing through the tranquility mind, samatha bhavana. So now you observe things very closely and then you see things breaking to parts. And then the beauty is, from that point, you're not going to take it as a failure. So this is the shift that happened in your mind. That is become a wisdom to you. And it is not anymore a knowledge, or anymore it is not a kind of like a personal experience. Once it become the wisdom, it is anymore not a personal experience, it belongs to the universal experience. So this is what the transformation that happen in us. We start to shift from this conventional personal experience to universal experience. So once the consciousness able to shift to that level, the consciousness itself start to become comfortable with it. So then you are not going to take it as a failure. So then that is where you are capable to reflect on it. That what you experience, this breakdown. Because otherwise you are not going to reflect. Because once you take it as a failure, you get disturbed. Then you try to go against it. Then you try to resist it. When you try to resist the moment of experience, you can't reflect. Your mind going to the unrest mood. Your mind start to go to unbalanced mood. Your mind start to resist the experience because you label it as the failure. That's why you can't reflect. So once the mind shift to this universal experience, once it becomes the Dharma, not anymore the personal experience, you're capable to reflect on it again and again, again and again. And that is where you recognize. So, even though entire universe always non-stop breaking to parts, it opened the doors for you. It opened many, many windows for you to go through it rather than getting stuck. So then it's kind of like so this is what happens when you deeply start to observe that moment by moment change. It is kind of like a prison break. It's kind of like opening the window. It's opening the doors to the light. So then you take the breakdown as a opportunity for you. The change you take as the opportunity. So then whatever that the experience come to you, it never going to become a challenge for you. You are capable to accept it as a part of your journey. Then there is no struggle. You feel more and more comfortable, relaxed. So that is where you are capable to bring the clear awareness, clarity and become comfortable, and you start to trust that change. Otherwise, in the conventional world, the change people don't like. People always wish for the good, and they fight for the change. See that everywhere, when the change happens, people don't like it. People always try to get what they want. They think that the change should happen into that direction. But just imagine whatever they get. Then now we go into different level to understand the very nature of the world. Whatever we get, that also going to change. There's no place to settle down, or there's no concrete, unchangeable, unmovable, solid satisfaction, comfort, security in this conventional world. So that is why you need to understand this Dharma. So that's why you need some kind of knowledge and experience used as application when you come to practice. Because when you see the reality, otherwise you misunderstand. That's why when you see the change, when you see this entire world breaking to parts, you accept it. Because you have this backup knowledge and the experience and certain kind of understanding to know what it is. So it gives the trust. And once you have that trust, so it is another way you can call as the faith, conviction towards the path. So now it is you are the seeker. So you have to keep the seeker attitude in you. Don't look into the final destination. Work with the seeker. Look into yourself, examine yourself, question yourself, guide yourself, work with yourself. As a seeker, how you do this? When it comes to the liberation, when it comes to your freedom, so you are the one who need it. You are the one who want it. So then how you work with it? What you do for that? Are you genuinely seek? Are you genuinely work for that? Do you have any integrity related to your practice? Do you have any authenticity related to your own practice? Question it and work for that. Build it in you. Build it in you. You are the seeker. Not the dharma that whatever in the books, or not the dharma that whatever the monks or the gurus or the teachers talk, not the dharma that in the history that happens, not about the stories or not the Buddha that we know about. This all important, but that all give you the confidence to walk in this path. So now you are the one who need to walk. So then while you're walking, so you have to remember, you cannot depend on that things. You have to more brush up, become clear within your own mind. So that's the very key point to remember when it comes to practice. Especially when it comes to practice vipassana meditation. Because you are observing thoroughly, deeply, very closely, without becoming biased, without becoming attached to, without becoming a part of that experience. We never done this before in this conventional world. But now you are doing it for you. So you are examining your self-centered experience without becoming self. It's not easy. But the Dharma back up you. It's give the tools. Only thing is you have to have the tools, but you have to work for that. So that's why keep the seeker attitude. And other thing is without becoming disappointed. So you have to constantly work and use the energy with the attention to keep your practice on the path. It's another something that because now we are living in this information world, there are so much information keep coming. And we have this collective nature. We like to jump here and there. Today we practice something, tomorrow we go to something else. So kind of like that we go into many things. There are people, they practice meditation techniques, many kind of meditation techniques. But when it comes to Vipassana meditation, you can't do like that. You have to have some kind of discipline to keep practice with it. You have to stay on the path. You cannot just, you walk in this path and change that one, and you kind of like, you cannot go here and there. So then always remember that just walking itself not enough. So then you have to have the energy, and that energy should be moment by moment, it is not a once a while. It's a constant repetition and based with the attention. So you cannot let go the attention. You have to put the major priority, clear understanding to your attention. That is another big tool that you have to work. So you cannot be lethargic, lazy. You cannot just go without attention. No, that's why practicing meditation is very necessary. It's sitting and keep practice yourself. Just not you have it on your head. So how you can put it to practice? Have you ever experienced the attention? So is attention is an idea or it's an experience? Can you experience your attention or that what you know about attention or whatever you know about energy or whatever you know about the strength, is it just an idea or can you experience it in you? Because remember that once it comes to that kind of experience, what happens? It can shift to wisdom. So once it becomes the wisdom, anymore it is not your personal knowledge. It's become universal dharma. So then you have to, that's why you have to know that whatever you know, can you put it to practice? So once you have these two things, now you have the seeker mentality, observe very closely without becoming part of your experience happening in you. Within contemplating the body, contemplating the feelings, contemplating the mind, and contemplating the phenomena. Or form, feeling, perception, volition, recognition. Or generally we can tell observing, contemplate on your experience. So when you observe that what happens, you are capable to see this world is always breaking to parts. Physical world, material world, mental world. And now you don't take it as a failure. Then your mind capable to be with it. That is where you can reflect on it. And that is where you take it as an opportunity. It's kind of like opening the window towards the light that you can walk through it. So then any failure, that what you mean in the conventional world, going to be maybe the biggest opportunity that you have. So you shift it. So any difficulty in this conventional, in this mundane level, maybe going to be the biggest success that you gain when you have the ability to go through it, rather than struggling, fighting, resisting with it, and just accepting. And then now you enter to the path, so you are the seeker. So then next thing is, and you have to have the constant energy put into attention. You cannot just let go. Oh, I am already in the path. I experienced that. Now it's okay. No. Again and again and again and again. So once it come to that level, what happens? You recognize another thing. So what is that? You cannot just go back and reverse things. Simply that you recognize you can't unscramble eggs. So you recognize once you break down the egg, you cannot reverse it. It for everything in this world. There is no going backward. But what happens, this mind, when the mind deeply know this, there is no way to going backward. That's why from the ancient time we go with the repetition. Repeat it. Because if you are capable of going backward, you are not going to repeat it. So this repetition came because we know deeper in our nature, we cannot go back. But now you understand deeply, rather than repeating. So remember, it's now you're shifting this conventional level of understanding. Because in the conventional level, that what happens when the entire world breaks down, You take it as a challenge, a failure, and then you come to the very next level to repeat it. The repetition. But now, when you put the energy, consistency again and again, and with the attention, you recognize rather than repeating, there is a way you can maneuver. You can change. You can become flexible. You can adapt to the very next moment. That is one of the very, very huge success that you gain in your samsaric journey. It's a breakthrough that through this dark inner dream that you come out of it. Because just imagine that whatever you have done in your samsaric journey, we don't know, million times we used to repeat. Now we depend on repetition. We are so comfortable when the repetition happens in the conventional. But now you come to very brand new experience within yourself. Rather than repeating each and every moment, is a very new moment. It's another shift that you gain to yourself. It is not anymore a dogma or believing, or it is anymore not a hope. So then always remember, this always happens there. But now we start to shift our point of reference, our point of view, our point of understanding, and we recognize each and every moment is something very brand new. But we are the one who just put all the dust, the repetition, the old, the memory on the top of that moment. Just imagine every day, moment by moment, when we keep doing it. So that's why once you understand that, you understanding that whatever happens to you or whatever around you or whatever you go through, it's not capable to hold you there. So then you always remember that you are always free. Your memory anymore cannot tackle you. And then you are not depending on your circumstances. You are not depending on this outside situations. You are anymore not depending on others' opinions, because now you know your reality is not others' opinions. It's a very brand new, moment by moment. You have the opportunity to experience it. You have the opportunity to change yourself. No one can stop it. Just imagine this when it comes to this very next moment. The entire universe, for all the directions, it's available for you. So that is another attitude that you gain as a seeker's mentality. So you are the seeker. So remember that. Gain that it is not something that somewhere you gain this. So you are the one who developing it in you. So then whatever happens, you are capable to let go it, because you are not holding it and anymore. It's not going to become a part of you. You are very easily detached from that. Why? Because you know that whatever happened yesterday, there is no way that it's going to come back for tomorrow, unless if you don't repeat it. If you repeat it, it's going to happen. Otherwise, there is no way it can come. Then just imagine. You always have the freedom. You always have the ability to correct. You always have the opportunity. So then whole this life, how many times you miss it? Because when something went wrong, we collapse. We become disappointed. We lost our journey. We start to look here and there. We change the path. We start to go to something else. So that when it comes to Vipassana meditation, it's not like that. Once you start to come to from this tranquility state to Vipassana level, there's no any other path you look for. And even whatever happened through this practice, you never go behind it. You are capable to move forward. And you feel it as an opportunity for you. You take it as a gift for you. Because that is what most of time people don't have. So it of course it have there, but we are the one who don't see it. So that's why, remember, when it come to this development, so then by the time what you gain, out of this all you are kept, then the next very good attitude that you gain as a seeker, you become flexible. You are capable to adapt to any situation. Why? Because now you have the wisdom that whatever the moment of experience, it is not going to permanent. It's not going to be there. Even it doesn't matter. It is a so dark night. You know, it cannot be longer than 12 hours. Just imagine, once you know it, anymore, it is not a dark night for you, because you already go through it. And then you are capable to settle down, and you are capable to accept, and you are capable to be with it, rather than fighting, struggling, trying to go against it, or trying to resist it. You take it as opportunity, because you know it doesn't matter how dark that night going to go, and then there's a morning waiting for you. And then the morning come, the daylight come, the sunrise. But still, when it comes to that, you're not going to become so joyful, happy, and you are not going to mesmerize with the opportunity. Why? Because you know even though this daylight we experience, it's not going to be here. So then you get the best out of it. And that is a different mindset, because in the conventional level, what happens? When the dark night comes, we cry, lamentation, and we become disappointed, sad, worry, unhappy, fearful. And when the daylight comes, joy, happy, having fun, and dancing, singing, enjoying, doing parties. But now it's different. See that when it comes to seeker's mindset, in the dark, no lamentation, no fear, no unhappiness, no worry, no disappointment. Why? Because you know it is not going to be there. In the daylight, when the morning arises, you are not going to mesmerize with the joy, fun, happy parties, because you know it also not going to be there. Through this dark and day, you are capable to move forward, getting the best out of that and doing your best. So that is completely different way of understanding. So that is the seeker's mindset. So develop that seeker's attitude, seeker's mindset. Don't get mesmerized with the goal. Don't get mesmerized with the destination. Don't get mesmerized with don't get blind with the final result. Be matured, master yourself as a seeker. So then remember that whatever that as lessons we gain from the past, the history, it cannot come tomorrow and repeat it. But at the same time, now you are the one who empowering that all teachings, all dharma, all this path, everything, you are the one who empowering it. So then today, the Buddha, the enlightened master, the community of Sangha, the follower, that everything you. So then it is your responsibility. Walk this path as a seeker, developing yourself and nourishing yourself, uplifting yourself, cultivating yourself, moment by moment, moment by moment. Because that today that you go through this journey, and tomorrow, for tomorrow generation, it's going to be the guidelines, it's going to be the map, it's going to be the blueprint. Because today you make this history for tomorrow, our next generation. So then keep the seeker's attitude and develop yourself. Work, practice, brush up yourself, build up yourself again and again, again and again. And then you will see, one day, you also become a part of the history. Because once you are capable to develop this in a certain level, you shift your experience from conventional to universal. Once, if you are in this conventional experience level in the conventional world, people going to, you disappear within that whatever the time period. No one going to know about you. But if you shift to the universal level of experience, Dharma, anymore it's not going to become a personal experience. Once you become a part of the Dharma, you are not anymore belong to this conventional level of life. So then there is no identity for you. There is no gender for you anymore. You become the Dharma. That is where the seeker come to the destination. So anymore your name, your gender, your color, anything is not going to valid. The path you walk, the experience you had, going to nourish this world. That's why even the Buddha, we don't know who he is. We don't care that his gender, his color, and whatever, but the Dharma that he had. And all the enlightened masters in this 2600 years, in this timeline, the journey that this Dharma came through these human civilizations, we don't know this any enlightened masters or any gurus or any teachers by name or physically or their identity, their gender, color. We don't know about. People don't care about it. But when it comes to that, their experience, once it become anymore not personal, once it become part of the Dharma, and it's going to become a lesson to the world. Anymore, it's not going to belong to the time. It's go beyond the time. That's why it's called the Akalika. Dharma is Akalika, not belong to the time. So that's why it is the seeker's path, and that is the seeker's duty. So then remember yourself. It's a choice. It's a choice for you. It is an open invitation from the universe. Do you want to walk in that path? Do you want to accept that invitation? Do you want to be a part of that universal Dharma? Do you want to be a part of the Buddha's journey? Or do you want to have this conventional level of lifestyle? It's up to you. Think about it. And then, if you are capable to take a choice, take it. So whatever the choice, it's okay. Good luck. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit now. So your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. So bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and say Swapatveva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge in this moment with this sitting. May my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment this is the last moment we are spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation, and put your attention to the change that happening moment by moment. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. So when it happens, be aware, put your attention, but don't be a part of the experience. Independently observe it and recognize. Do nothing extra. Bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one, out of anger or ill will, wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart, forward, visualize yourself and send it as a light to your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Downward and upward. To all six directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma and the Sangha. Also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ettavata cha ammehi sampadang punya sampadang sabbe deva anumodantu sabbha sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabbha sampatti siddhya sabbe satta anumodantu sabbha sampatti siddhya. Imaya dhammanu dhamma patipattiya buddhang pujemi dhammang pujemi sanghang pujemi attaya imaya patipattiya jati jara vyadhi maranam ha paribunjissami. Idam me punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamunchatu. Bless you.